Department of Banking, Insurance, Securities, and Healthcare Administration. Oregon registration number DM80031.
Welcome back here. What's Cooking program, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. I'm Michael Horn. That's Paul Stern.
Mike, we're going out to Glendora, California, and that is where we have our next guest, Kathleen Newman. Kathleen is the one behind the Parlor Wine Bar and Bistro.
Hey, Kathleen, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's good to have you here on the broadcast. You know, about a week ago, I was told about the Parlor restaurant in beautiful Glendora, California, and what a great place you have. First off, Glendora is one of those communities that's kind of like, they say Los Angeles is so huge and it's spread out, but you go to Glendora, you feel like you're in some small town somewhere in anywhere USA. You got this great Main Street. Tell us about the city of Glendora.
Well, you're absolutely right. Glendora is definitely a little gem in LA County, and we're really lucky that the residents and the city council, everybody that's there, has worked really hard to just maintain that feeling that you're talking about, and I absolutely love it.
Now you have a kind of a one-of-a-kind restaurant. It's called the Parlor Restaurant,
yes.
and P-A-R-L-O-U-R, Wine Bar and Bistro. And how long has this restaurant been open?
We have been open for a year and a half.
Year and a half?
And a year and a half, yes. I actually lived in Glendora for nearly 20 years and was one of those residents constantly driving out of town to find a little bit more sophistication, I would say,
right,
in my dining experience. Glendora does have some great little, diners and that sort of thing. But for those of us really trying to seek out more of a food experience and a wine experience, you really had to go into Pasadena or West LA, at least 20 miles away from Glendora. And so in sort of considering where to open up my gem, I just decided to take the plunge and offer it to Glendora and see if I could keep everybody in town instead of driving out of town.
Now, I was told about this restaurant, and I thought, this is great, and so I brought some wine. I like to bring wine to restaurants sometime. I thought, it's Glendora. They're not going to have a great wine list. And my dining companions, Bob and Rosemarie, they looked at me in horror that I was bringing wine into this restaurant. They were being polite. They said, go ahead and bring it in. You have an incredible wine list. How many different labels do you have? You got to have like a couple of hundred at least, do you?
Yeah, we have. Well, we're about 350 now, working on 400 actually. Yeah,
400 labels on their wine list, and I'm talking about Cab, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnays, Pinot Noirs, you name it, and you know a lot about these wines. So this is a great food and wine pairing restaurant, and it's just so wonderful, and you keep it so intimate because you're in this kind of this bistro bar type atmosphere. You can order anything from cheese plates to salmon to steaks, correct?
Yes, absolutely. The goal at the Parlor from inception was to create an environment of comfort and to have more of a feeling of going into someone's home almost, that you can come in a baseball hat or you can dress up for dinner. And it's different, I think, from most restaurants. And most people know that the bottom line is really important. Our margins are very small, and so when trying to create that comfort and making it more of a home-like setting, that can be a little bit daunting, a little bit expensive, but I think we've really mastered it. We've been able to create a place where you can come in and have an incredible experience while still being fiscally responsible and charging a fair amount for the value that you're receiving at the Parlor.
We're talking about the Parlor Wine Bar and Bistro in Glendora, California. Kathleen Newman is the owner-operator. Whether she comes to your table or one of the wait staff, they will talk to you. Listen to some of these small plates. You get artichoke hearts, crab cakes, Stilton dates. These are dates wrapped with applewood bacon and with Stilton. They've got Ed's wontons. Who is Ed, by the way?
Ed is our executive chef.
Oh, thank you.
And there's a few items on the menu that have names, and one of the things we change the menu every month, and
you
just
do?
to keep it fresh, fresh and exciting. And I gave my chefs a challenge last month and said, present me with something fantastic, and if I fall in love with it, you'll get your name on the menu. And it was just awesome watching them get excited about this, and just a little incentive like that really shows on the menu. It's definitely a California eclectic menu. People ask me to describe it frequently, and that's what I've come down to, because we just don't have any boundaries. As long as it pairs well with wine, then it's up for grabs.
They have
and
magic.
Everything.
You got
Go
magic
ahead.
mushrooms on there. It's like, and they aren't those kind. They're with ginger and everything. It's 3 mac cheese, salmon sliders, sirloin sliders, garlic chili prawns, Dan's shrimp roll. Everything from like $8 to $14 is the highest price thing on this menu. And then if you go to the larger plates, you can get like bistro steak. This maple nut, hazelnut crusted salmon is to die for. There's pasta. They have Megan's shrimp pasta. Those items in like $20 to $23. This is unbelievable. Salads anywhere from $7 to $14. This is great. Who's Dan? Is Dan another one of your chefs? Dan's shrimp roll?
Yes, exactly. And I'm super excited for March. We're going to bring on some more spring-influenced items. We're going to take traditional deviled egg and put a parlor twist on it with some smoked salmon and caviar. We're even bringing on a sort of a spicy peanut pad thai to the menu. We're introducing things that I think will excite people for spring, probably adding some strawberry and feta salad, that kind of thing. Again, anything that pairs well with wine. We don't want to overwhelm people's palate too much with too much spice and that kind of thing. At the same time, we want it to be exciting. And the food and the wine are equally important at the parlor. And everything on the menu, the food menu and the by the glass menu, all the items are in a popularity contest. So
What do you mean?
If they're exciting, if people are in love with them, they get to stay on the menu. And if they're not dazzling me and the rest of the people, then they get kicked off the menu, and that's how we keep it fresh.
High-end dining at very low prices, and you got everything. Paul Stern, you'd love this. They've got, I'd like the 3 beet and goat cheese sandwich salad, and you'd go with the parlor wedge, the iceberg lettuce wedge, Paul. You'd like the bistro steak, Paul, would be something good for you.
Sounds very good. Now, is there a website that people can get additional information?
Absolutely. Our website is www.theparlorwine.com, and Michael, as you stated, it's parlor in the traditional spelling, Parlour. Our website always has our menus updated. The complete wine list is on there, the by the glass.
Give us that website one more time.
www.theparlorwine.com.
The Parlor, Parlour wine.com. I'm going out there again Friday night. I'm telling you. You got to come with me, Paul. This is a great place. Straight ahead on CRN. What's cooking?
For over 35 years, Lucas and Llewellyn's estate-grown, sustainable vineyards have grown the